Well, we begin today with an update on a story we brought you earlier this week. CNN International has fired back at the Guardian reporter Glenn Greenwald for his accusations that the station purposely chose not to run a critical documentary about Bahrain for sponsorship reasons. The documentary, called iRevolution, was commissioned by CNN proper and was intended to take viewers from one country to the next as the Arab Spring unfolded and give them an inside look as both the revolution itself as well as the social media's impact on the revolution. Here's a look at the Bahrain portion of the documentary.
The protesters seem to have disappeared from Bahrain's capital thanks to the intense military crackdown. We ventured into another side of Bahrain, a side the government didn't want the world to see, to find out where they've gone. We drove to the Shia villages, passing military checkpoints as we left the capital.
So we're gonna hang out with these protesters for a little bit.
This is what the protests look like today. Young boys who've been hit with tear gas.
So what's the big deal with Bahrain? Well, CNN has engaged in certain business arrangements called an association with the government. It offers countries the ability to pay for specific programs that spotlight their country. They are designed to portray a positive economic and social as well as political picture. Greenwald and others are asserting that the partnership with Bahrain is in regards to the CNN, has caused CNN to self-censor itself. A claim that CNN ardently disputes. CNN proper only ran the report once, and CNNI chose not to run it at all. Which brings us to the next exchange between Glenn Greenwald and CNNI's PR team. The broadcast giant's PR team wrote a 6-point rebuttal to Greenwald's Guardian article, saying that it has extensively covered the unrest in Bahrain. Greenwald, in turn, wrote a response saying that CNN's defense was weak and avoided the real issues, like the station's alleged partnership with Bahrain. Then the battle went to Twitter. CNN Public Relations wrote to Glenn Greenwald, "Nowhere in your piece do you link the 13-minute segment on Amber/Bahrain, which was broadcast around the world on CNNI," to which he replied back to the PR company, I expressly said she was on air in April and linked to those videos. Not even a good try." And then CNN rebutted back. They said, in April 2011, Amber Lyon appeared on CNNI's Backstory discussing her trip to Bahrain. And they linked to the video. So a little back and forth tiff here between Greenwald and the PR team. Even Amber Lyon herself got involved in the Twitter battle. She tweeted, "These tweets by CNN are not true. The video linked is from April before the censorship. The documentary wasn't finished until June of 2011. Now, RT has tried repeatedly to get in contact with both Glenn Greenwald as well as Amber Lyon for her interview. So when we hear from them, you'll hear from us. But until then, this is always a good reminder to question the things that you see on TV and more importantly, question the things you don't see on TV.